Welcome to Bible study. This week, we are going to begin with a new set of stories. All 6 stories that we'll be reading in the next few weeks will come from the book of Genesis. Do you remember where to find Genesis in the Bible? It's the very first book. So it's right here in the beginning. And beginning is what Genesis means, because the book of Genesis tells the beginning of a lot of things. In the book of Genesis, we can read about the beginning of the world as God created the world and everything in it. In the book of Genesis, we can read about the beginning of God's relationship with God's people. And that's going to be what we're reading about and learning in these sets of stories. This all begins with a couple named Abram and Sarai and a promise that God made to them. Let's get ready to listen to today's story. Abram and Sarai lived with Abram's nephew Lot. One day, God told Abram, "Go from your home to a new place that I will show you. You will have many children and grandchildren, and your family will help other families. You will be a blessing to people everywhere. Go, go, go. God is with you." Abram, Sarai, and Lot packed up their clothes, their blankets, and their tents. They got their sheep. They got their cows. They walked away from their home to go to the land that God would show them. Go, 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 go. God is with you. When they came to the land that would be their new home, Abram stood by a big tree. God told him, "This is the place where your children will live." Abram piled up some stones there so that he would always remember what God had said. Build, 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 build. God is with you. Whenever Abram saw the stones, he would remember God's promises. Every time God told Abram, Sarai, and Lot to go to a new place, they went to that place. Go, 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 go. God is with you. I like to wonder about a story after I read it. I like to ask questions. I like to think about it. I like to imagine what it was like to be there and think about what it's like to learn from it today. Let's wonder together. I have some things I'm wondering. I'll share them and pause. If you need time to think about it or want to stop and talk about it with your family, you can pause the video between each questions. Otherwise, just wonder quietly in your mind. And at the end, I'll give you a chance to wonder. And I want you to think about the story and what questions you may have and what it's making you think and wonder about. Let's wonder together. I wonder how Abram knew it was God talking to him. I wonder how God led Abram, Sarai, and Lot to Canaan. I wonder how God leads us. You know, in the story, Abram built altars to worship God. What are some ways you like to worship God? God was with Abram and Sarai. How do you know God is with you and your family? I wonder what you liked best about this story. And I wonder what this story made you wonder. As we go, I want you to think about that and wonder your questions and thoughts. Next week, we'll come back and we'll read more of Abram and Sarai's story, and we'll find out what happens. I'll see you next week.